Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the show. I see Quarter Mile's already doing some of the job for me. I appreciate you. Please hit the like button there, guys. Yes, Bernie is in the house. We'll talk a little bit about him and go through some stuff in a moment. And hello, Funny Turo and Angaro and Blackhawken. Welcome. So we'll do a quick little bit of housekeeping, and then we'll get into who the guy is down right there. I was going to put him up top, but then it puts through to it. I gave you the spot all by yourself. So
it's amazing. I'm big here.
Exactly. So I thought we'd just jump into some housekeeping, guys. Just basically the stuff we talk about usually every blockchain after hours. Then we'll go through a little bit of a chat with Bernie and some general stuff, and then just do our normal just chill and chat kind of thing. Did you want to start with Parb Hidden?
Not too much new going on with that. We're going to be ending the pre-sale this coming Tuesday, so not tonight. I'm going to talk to Cyril and see if we can't do it while on here.
Well, live. There we go. That'll work. That'd be a good idea. Awesome. And then we can have a look at that. And then Flex, I guess, is just sort of doing its thing. I actually haven't checked in a couple of days how my Flex is doing. But I assume that's just doing its thing. And the public sale for the Flex IP2 is starting, you're saying, hopefully end of this week now?
Correct.
Okay.
According to Bill in Telegram, they're having it coded, updated in the website, and it will be good to go by end of week, early next week, one of those two.
Perfect. All right. I'm just checking my Flex out of curiosity, but and then and that's basically it. I'll probably do a video once that actually happens, and then we'll be good to go. I guess that's kind of it on our housekeeping stuff. That's kind of the stuff we talk about every time.
That was fast.
I guess Blackhawken was asking something on the NFT. Did the second reviewer approve the NFT contract?
That was just the white paper. And we got 2 thumbs up, so I'm going to drop that in both Discord and Telegram tonight after the podcast.
Okay, perfect. And I guess it's been a week, but I guess no payouts on Flex for this week, which is somewhat unusual, but not crazy because, I guess we're vamping up for the big stuff to start next month, really.
Bill was supposed to send one earlier today. He must have gotten distracted.
Yeah, could be. No biggie. Awesome. So other than that, I'd like to introduce our special guest for the day. So Bernie is here to join us. You have a YouTube channel. I guess if you want to maybe just tell the audience, I know I think I've been on your channel before.
Yeah, a couple of times.
Yeah, server a couple of projects and stuff. Did you want to tell everybody maybe about who, maybe start off with your foray into DeFi, as everybody likes to know, how you came to it, see if it's the same song and dance as most of us have, which I'm sure.
Sure, but I've been a fixed income trader all my life. So when crypto started to sound around, I said, no, that's bullshit. BS. Sorry for the. Okay. I said no. This is not good. So what happened is I got into a project, a forex bot project that was a scam, and I started to investigate about it because there was a cousin that was talking about it and invested a lot of money in it. So I started investigating a little bit and doing my research, and finally got to yield notes. So my first investment was in yield notes, and while I was investigating or researching about yield notes, I got to learn about crypto labs research. These guys from Lucas and
great guys,
them, nice guys, and I did my course for my first 2 months, I believe, and tried to learn a lot about them, and it was great. It was great, but I got so in a hurry and hype to get in FOMO and get to invest that at the end I got scammed in my first investment. So that was terrible. Then I got to find some of your info about Pocket Aces and started to search more and more. Got into, I don't know, in Drip Network. I got into really bad projects at the end and got scammed several times. And then I started learning. I think you have to lose in this world to to know where not to be.
Yeah, I mean, I'd like to hope that some of us can help now people not make the same mistakes as us, but unfortunately, you're right. I think a lot of people do end up still accidentally funneling into something that maybe they think is going to be the best thing since sliced bread, and unknowingly, even though none of us are talking about it, they unfortunately lose money in it. It just seems to be a common thing. So I don't think you're wrong there, unfortunately. But hopefully, we can help people be a little bit more aware and help avoid that and stuff.
So my crypto journey was just trying to earn money, being millionaire someday. That was my real goal at that time.
Like everybody, right? We're all going to make it.
Yeah, but I had my own channel that I had to do once a week in my office. So I said, why not try to do this? Be a streamer and try to teach people where not to be and to avoid all this scamming. So that was part of my project. But as you have had, there's and it was trying to explain the people in Spanish. My mother tongue is not Spanish, is not English, as you can see. I don't have the best vocabulary, but I try my best. And because always I never talk in English. I only when I talk with you or with people in crypto.
Well, you do a great job when you do.
And I studied away outside of Colombia, but I'm from Colombia, by the way. So I try to teach people about crypto, and it's been a really tough journey. But when I saw that I was a YouTuber in my normal job, in my day job, I can do the same thing here and teach people about it. So that's why I started my channel and try to learn. And one of the big mentors here was Bucket Aces. You can't believe it, but you were one of the first ones that accepted to come to my channel and try to give me some advice and hints how to build it. So that's why I appreciate you so much. I always that I can. You're welcome to my channel. So that's my journey, and I've been building it.
No worries. That's all. No, that's awesome. I'm glad. With it, all we ever hope for, right, is to hopefully help someone. So it's always good to know if you've added some value or whatever. So I appreciate that. So your audience mostly then is Spanish. I think you've done some videos in English. Well, you've had me on there, so you've done those ones in English and stuff.
A lot of them.
But your main focus is to help the Spanish community, which is a big one. There's a lot.
But what I believe in Latin America, I don't know if you don't know it, is that most educated people are bilingual. So I'm not expecting to have low income people or not intelligent people investing in crypto or not knowing what they're doing. So I don't care if they don't understand English, because that's not my audience. My audience are people that are educated and that can do their own due diligence, and it's not my fault that they invest or not invest. It's their problem. Yeah. So I'm trying to teach them, but not more.
Okay. Awesome. Well, we do what we can, right? Awesome. Okay.
Yeah.
And then project-wise, I guess, what have you been into lately? What's kind of been attracting you right now in the space?
Unfortunately, I got into Project 79. Not unfortunately, I did very well with them. Yeah. I'm doing very well with Monstro. I'm in Voltec. I'm still in Voltec. I haven't sold my tokens. Trying to get some money to get into the Nugget Fund, because obviously I believe in you, and I think you're a nice guy and you're ethical.
Yeah, I appreciate that. And the nice thing with Nugget too is I mean at Voltec we tried. Unfortunately, our timing was off, but luckily with Nugget, I think there's a great team behind it. Very much not just me. I'm really just the pretty face on the cover, but I've got some great guys that are running the bots, running the liquidity pools. So yeah, I agree. I think it's a great spot to hopefully.
It's amazing, Marcelo. I believe in Marcelo, and I'm also invested in AfterHours. They're doing very well. Yeah, I've been working, and what I've done, and everyone that wants to hear it in Spanish, I do a recap in Spanish every week of what they do, and I turn out to be one of the leader community streamers because of what I do. It's nice. It's something nice and they appreciate my job to transmit it in Spanish, because there's a lot of people that don't understand it.
And that's I think a nice bonus is having that niche of, because if there's not a lot of crypto people doing the YouTube in Spanish, it's nice to have that translation, because I have had people watch my stuff and they ask me to put maybe subtitles on and stuff. And I don't always think of it, to be honest. I need to get a little bigger so I can have somebody take care of some of that stuff, because I'm forgetful for that stuff. But that's still time. Hidden, did you have any questions or anything, or any thoughts while we're chatting here?
No, it sounds like it just sounds like everybody else here. I mean, we're all we were all drawn by the technology and the idea of being able to have life-changing wealth, and that's the overall desire. And I think we're slowly going that way, but it's going to be a bit.
Yeah. And luckily we're finding, I think, and again, we're getting smarter. I think at least our communities and the people I'm seeing around the space are getting smarter. It's going to be really interesting to see how this bull run kind of erupts, and to see whether the new people coming in gravitate to some of us, or if they gravitate to the degeners YouTubers that are just shilling tokens and ROI dApps, and because they're going to come back, right? There's no way they're not. So it's going to be an interesting space going forward. So it'll be neat to see how many of them we can at least even grab their attention for a minute, so that when they do get rugged, they at least look around a little bit further and maybe remember that they had watched a video from somebody like us that are trying to avoid those things now. As Nathan points out, somebody's always got to mention it somewhere at PGV.
I was there.
Yeah,
I was there.
Exactly.
I was in Sable Fund. I was in all of them.
It sucks that we all have to go through that. And I mean, some of them we think we're diversified. That was the worst thing too. I think during that time, I know myself, and I'm sure you described it, I'm sure even you, Hidden, we were diversifying in all these different ones. And it was like, just one got picked off and you're like, okay, at least I have these three. Another one gets picked off. Oh, at least I have these two. Another one gets, but it didn't matter. It's frustrating.
That's why I've turned a little bit myself in investing in some things in higher in the ladder in the crypto token ranking. So I'm trying to learn more about render and I don't know, Superverse and gaming stuff, AI, these kind of tokens that are bigger in size, and obviously you don't feel that you're gonna get rugged. And also I'm trying a lot of trading inside of the exchanges and doing futures and doing derivatives and this kind of stuff.
Nice.
You lose a lot of money at the end. You lose money, but if you take care of it, it's okay.
Yeah, it's tough, and I'm also doing futures, as you might have seen in my Discord and stuff. But I'm quite enjoying that. But it definitely is a challenge, because I learn from doing. I don't learn from a demo account. So I mean, I've had to buy and pay. So I pay, but I mean, I'm not spending a ton, because I'm doing it through Top Step, which is like $150 a month for a $150,000 account. But you still have to keep track of that, because I'm still losing $150 a month while I get that account to be funded and can start earning on it, because I haven't gotten funded. I've gone up and then down and then up and then down. So I mean, it's challenging, but I've learned a lot, and I'm feeling like I'm finally turning around that cusp where my discipline's getting strong enough, my learning is getting strong enough that and it's actually with Austin Clark, and mostly I've learned from other places too, but his group I found has been really fantastic for a learning opportunity for me, and it's turned into something that I'm hoping, cross my fingers, in the next month or two I'll finally get funded and be able to make some earnings back on my expenses. But
that would be great. The other project that I got in it that you should check it out is a Crypto Miners Club. It's a mining. I don't know if you heard it. It's a mining, Bitcoin mining in Dubai, and it's going great. It's doing very good. As well as I'm searching a lot. There's a lot of good projects that you don't have to go to the Roid apps.
Well, exactly right, and that's the thing. And I as much as I want to learn the skills, not everybody has the time. Not that I have time, it feels like, but not everybody has the time to learn them. So that's where I like kind of bringing opportunities that are a little more passive, like Nugget, like Monstros, Investium, all these other things that work out quite well for everybody, which has been good. So.
I was also in Kuopi. I got rocked.
I did not get into Kuopi. I knew it was, but I mean, again, lots of people made good money in it if they got out early, if they timed it right and got in early, because it was around for a while. But
I think I roid.
Nice.
I don't know if the people here have been in which projects have they been.
We've a lot of the ones we've talked about. Obviously, some of them have been in. I know some people are talking about Alpha Shares right now, which I did not realize. I guess AlphaShares is talking about closing the BTC mining in Paraguay, which was their big claim to fame. But yeah, due to electricity, this is
they're out of business at this moment. They're deciding where to push because of problems in the Paraguayan government. They're having problems with electricity, and probably they're moving them. I don't know. They're thinking to go to Canada. I talked about going to Dubai with them, but they're analyzing the problem.
Okay, I'll have to reach out to a couple of them because I have some spots they may be able to take a look at. One in Canada and one in Dubai. So there's some people they may, but then maybe they're already talking to some of those people. But oddly enough, it's funny because I'd heard that there might be issues with their electricity at some point, but I just figured they would have done something about it if there was something. But now I guess it's coming up to bite them in the back. So, which is
and the problem is the illegal people robbing the electricity from the government. So they're starting to put some restrictions there. That's why they're having problems.
Interesting. Well, and hopefully there's the antimony, I guess, is still hopefully going forward, but it's still going to take time to set that up. So it means waiting for returns again, I guess, which seems
the marketplace is doing well. Their marketplace is well. The Alpha Pups is a good program. I believe they're doing very well.
Yeah, the Alpha Pups is great. I just don't know if it's getting the traction I'd hoped because I think it's a great product, but unfortunately, I don't know if everybody's everybody's tired right now and just waiting for things to happen, I guess. So they don't want to tie their money up in things, which is making it tougher. So.
No, and you have the opportunity to invest in Bitcoin, and you think Bitcoin is going to 200,000, so probably you're waiting to see if there's some money there. Nice. Or the altcoins, exactly. Or the memes. The memes are
Sorry, I saw Carl /Moonbay boy. I know that name, but in a Twitter hosting a Twitter Spaces. Who's that guy? I don't know. I have to search for it.
And I don't know if you've heard about Project 79. Also, they had some issues some time ago.
Yeah, no, we've all. I was not in that one either. I kind of avoided a lot of the big crazy ones because I felt like they have so much. I don't know why. I somehow avoided Project 79. I think it was Blue Ocean Society. You talked about it earlier. What was that one?
Burlcore and Satastar and GSP.
I'm talking about even like all the big guys, like yield nodes. For some reason, I avoided all of those, probably because I felt like you had to go in with bigger dollars than $1,000 or whatever.
Yeah, that goes back to what we always talk about. With the amount that you need to be able to get a decent return.
Yeah. So
sorry to cut you off.
No, you're right. That's exactly. You're right. We talked about that, so that's perfect. I appreciate being cut off when I'm not finding my words.
The new one that I'm in is I'm starting to invest in it. I'm just analyzing it. SAP Vault. I don't know if you've heard about it.
I have not.
SAP is a Vault program. They have nodes, and they're doing some kind of launchpad for gamers. Kind of the same thing as Superverse, but they're based in Blast. I'm gonna share the link. I believe I have the link for the project here, so anyone can check it out.
And I posted this earlier, guys, but I don't think I called it out. But if anybody would like to, please don't hesitate to, especially if you happen to speak Spanish or understand Spanish, then even more so, grab his YouTube channel there and give him a subscribe. Even if you don't know Spanish, you can just hit subscribe.
Thank you. Yeah, please. Everything is welcome. I'm looking for the link for SAP. And obviously,
while you guys are waiting, if anybody has any questions, please put them in below.
You have to use a code for getting in to invest, but I can give you the code.
Affiliate links here,
yeah, it's an affiliate. Yeah, but if you don't want to use it, you can get it directly through it. But I'm sharing it here.
Carl Moonboy is one of those crypto influencers like Layla and Lady of Crypto who grift, who kind of use their followers, I guess. Gotta love them. Oh, there it is.
And the other thing that I've been doing lately is trying to invite a lot of people into my channel. Different people around Colombia, around Latin America. I've had also a big guy from XRP, from Anodos. I had people from Alpha. I like trying to talk to people, obviously in English or Spanish. and try to explain people in Latin America what things are going on around. So I'm doing a lot of interviews or AMAs with a lot of different guys.
Zap, that logo actually, oddly enough, looks familiar. Like I feel like they were around during the last bull and maybe just didn't.
I don't know. I was not there at that time, but they're on Blast, and Blast is growing a lot. I'm gonna share the Blast link for the
Another chain.
Yeah,
It's another chain, but they're growing impressively because they're now number 4 in size. It's a TVL.
Oh wow.
It's a level 2. Sorry.
Nice. Interesting. Take a peek at that. But so yeah, so if anybody wants to have a peek at that, there's maybe some little early access to something that might be good. I'll take a peek.
And the thing is that if you buy the Bolt, they've sold already like almost 12,000, and the maximum is 30,000.
Okay.
And they're $1,000. It's a lot of money. It's 1K, and it grows through the time. So, and they distribute the SAP tokens once a day,
Okay.
and you don't at this moment you don't know what is the price of the SAP token.
Gotcha. And
So
I guess a little warning, Blackhawk is saying, I guess they've had a little bit of bad screening, so some pretty big rugs, I guess, through.
That would be great
Blast,
to know. Yeah.
Yeah, so be cautious, as everyone should be, I guess, really. But yeah, they want to. Sorry, just looking at. They want 3x deposit. Okay, this is about Alpha Shares. Problem is they want a 3x deposit and promise electricity they can't deliver. Oh, okay. Darn it.
Yeah.
It's gonna be interesting to see what they do. Like I said, there's some places I think they can probably benefit from, but we'll see how they land on their feet. It just seems like, and that's the one problem with all these friggin' mining projects. Every single one of them, unfortunately, has failed to deliver.
or go to, I don't know if you remember one that was called Nebula Miners. And Nebula Miners was a rock pool that was terrible. And
yeah, it was similar to Nebula was another one that was almost like
Bitforge.
Bitforge, thank you. I was trying to think of the name, where they're walking through with a pamphlet saying, "This is Bitforge's mining operation."
In the middle, I don't know where, in Africa, somewhere in Africa.
Yeah, exactly. Crazy. Some of these people, what they do and what they'll do. Sorry, I was just saying, because of the rugs in the past, I've mostly been providing liquidity in various AMM yeah, exactly. No, that's a great thing to do, Abe. I think everybody should be looking that route for some of their portfolio mix. One of my biggest videos recently anyways has been just about liquidity pools and how to do it either passively through Monstros or Nugget or do it yourself through learning. And like you said earlier, Crypto Labs Underdog Investor Group is a great place to learn. I'm doing another course I'm going through a course that somebody else put together, and it seems to be really good and very succinct. So I'm going to go through that, start my own pool with that course, and then people will have an opportunity to get in at a little bit of a deal. So
there's another one. The first time that I knew about farming was Orange Financial. I don't know if you've heard.
Yeah,
they have some NFTs, but they've distributed like $25, like 10% a year on their NFTs. So it's not a very, very good investment, but it's solid.
Hey, they haven't rugged anybody.
Well, yeah. You got to remember too, 10% a year is still better than TradFi banks.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. I do. Yeah,
we get so jaded
and that's yeah, and that's the thing that I think we're all losing sight of is the APRs we're getting in crypto are not real, in a sense that they can't be sustained for how high they are. So
well, exactly. No, it's crazy, especially when you can use stables to earn like double-digit returns on something like that. There's so much you can do with the space in the legit side of it without having to gamble.
I'm looking on Extra Finance, right? The base pools, USDC, it's like 0.5% a day.
Yeah,
on stables.
Yeah, like crazy.
It's insane.
Yeah.
Good evening, Battle Beast.
Welcome.
No, and there's also a lot of risk in investing in there, because if you get to a bank, probably you have 4 or 5% a year, but you have more secure your money. But if you get into here, I got into Mosaic Finances. I believe it's an amazing project and they're doing very well. But they got robbed by one of the developers. They got some money got out and exploited their account for some money. It's parked in an exchange waiting for law enforcement to return it back. But it's risk. There's a lot of risk around it.
Yep.
Yeah, it's crazy. And yeah, Monstros. And yeah, sorry, Battle Beast, welcome. Thank you for joining us from saw a link from GMC. I appreciate you. Yeah, so and Monstros, exactly, I agree. And well, Destiny, I can't blame you. FlexIRA and Parb is not about. I mean, obviously, you can still have issues and things that happen even in this stuff, even if it's the most trustworthy people in the world. But at least you're not going to have your money stolen. Oh yeah, what was I going to say? And yeah, what you say that Crypto Bernie about safely keeping your money in the banks. The issue is at 4%, you're not beating inflation, so you're technically losing money.
Yeah, yeah, sure.
The government's still rugging you. You just don't know it because it doesn't feel as harsh when it's not physically stolen from you.
Yeah, sure. That's real.
Yeah. And oddly, and girls, crypto experience. I keep calling you girls, but I think I should just call you crypto experience. But anyways, I guess you can tell me what you prefer. Oddly enough, that is the course that I have access to right now that I'm going through is Mike Dre's liquidity course. So I'm going through that right now, just sort of testing it for myself, and then we'll go from there. So I'm hoping to get a little bit of a value for everybody who has not tried it before. It's a one-time fee as opposed to something like Underdog Investor Group, which is you have to pay monthly. So this gives you a one and done, and there's some support group available. So I really like the way he's presented it. It's very simple and gives you very kind of concrete step-by-step ways of setting up your liquidity pools. And then you can kind of grow and learn from there. So I'm just finishing it up, and then hopefully we'll have a little deal for everybody. Hopefully, thanks, Wealth, and Dex Finance. Yeah, Dex is always good. So Nathan, yeah. So Nugget is doing various pools. It's actually somebody that's doing them for us, who's joined the team recently. He does a pretty darn bang up job. So he does use concentrated ones as well as different ones, but makes sure that he risk manages really well and just has a lot of little strategies. Even that it's funny. He was talking about some of the things he does, and the course I'm doing with Mike from Mike. He had said some things that I didn't know, and they both kind of coincide with each other or complement each other. So that was good. So, and what's Battle Beast saying? I am in Transylvania. Project on Sol. NFTs are paying $1 a day while staked. ROI 30-40 day. $1 a day or 1% a day. Well, unless maybe the NFTs cost a certain amount, and at $1 a day you ROI pretty quick. Those are always scary, but I'm curious. If you want to, if you know where I am on Discord or Telegram, it's just Pocket Aces. Maybe send me a DM with the link. So, and good day, Scott. How are you? We've been already chatting today, so hi, and thank you for staying as long as possible. So, did I miss? I did not talk about baked beans. If anything, we talked. No, they're back. Don't laugh, Bernie.
I can't imagine.
They just relaunched.
And what happened with the mountain? I don't know, Wealth Mountain, or I don't know what was the name of that one. That was
Wealth Mountain. That's long gone too. But no, Baked Beans is actually back. I guess it's the original team. I haven't checked. Scott, I don't know if you answered me, but is it Kratos back, or is it just the rest of the team?
Oh, it's Kratos. See, that's the thing. Kratos hasn't rugged. He hasn't done anything malicious. It's just you have to understand how the whole miner thing works.
Yeah, like not miner, but the B&B miner, like those products, the ROI dApps. Sorry,
exactly. Yeah. But if you get in early enough, you're gonna ROI. You're gonna be fine. If you're 2 weeks late, you're not gonna ROI. It's just
nice. Okay, possible. So he thinks Kratos is back. Okay, so yeah, so if Kratos is back, then yeah, I might have a peek at it, but I probably won't do a video on it. I just don't see the point in doing videos on that stuff anymore, which I guess poses the question is how will they last if they don't have people doing videos? But there's always somebody who will push a ROI DApp.
You can't imagine the amount of people in Asia that are doing this kind of videos.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. Well,
Silk
that's
Road.
It's impressive.
Soul Road. They keep a lot of those
Road,
dapps
or
going.
whatever it was.
A lot of the times they originate there, and then they come here to basically rug us to make sure they keep it. Money laundering at its best. Any other questions, guys? Do you have any questions for Bernie? Do you guys have any projects that you guys are looking into? I know we've chatted about a bunch of different things today, which is awesome. Anything else you wanted to get into, Hidden?
Private chat. Here we go. I got that link for Transylvania. It's looks like an NFT through Magic Eden. I posted it in the private chat since I can't post.
Sorry, I usually turn my trading stuff off, but my thing's beeping at me here. Oh, what am I doing? I want to here.
Wealth Mountain was pretty good. Or
yeah, I did. I could have taken so much more than I took, but I don't know. I like to just take my little piece of the pie.
The other one was Wolf Capital.
Yeah, that was a bad one. I mean, it was an unfortunate one. But we got them all. I ROI'd in that one, so I can't complain too much. But
I ROI'd in that one. I ROI'd in Green Figures.
Yeah, that's right too. I forgot about that one.
Green Figures.
I ROI'd in that one because I didn't. I did it, but I think I lost a bit. But I didn't put that much in. So
Copy also I ROI'd, but at the end you lose money, and that's not the idea, because you spend a lot of time waiting and thinking you're going to be having a lot of investments and get something back. But no.
Interesting. I'm gonna have to go take a look at the mechanics. If Kratos is back, then I'm curious about it, at least to see what he's changed. Kratos actually trades too, so he's always talked about trading with some of the pool, but I don't know if it ever came to fruition. So that would help.
Frosted Flakes. He was using the bot on Frosted Flakes.
That's right. Yeah.
So, and that did well for a while.
Yeah, I did it well for a long time. Unfortunately, I got in towards the last half of it, of course, but because I really liked
I liked Kratos. Kratos is
but also the dev of Frost Flakes was freaking Jack. He's a really good guy.
Jack, yes, yep. I talk to him every now and then, still too.
No,
he would help me with different questions if you had questions about different things. He was nice enough to do that.
Yeah. Yep. And yes, I was a mod there, I guess, if you will, but I basically didn't do too much there. I got paid a little bit of money, but not very much. It's one of my lowest paychecks I've ever gotten in the space, but I didn't mind. It was a good learning experience. It was a great place to be. I mean, in the most part, it lasted way longer than I thought it would. So
yeah. Until the one whale withdrew all of it.
Yeah. Well, and I won't say who, but I knew one of the very first time it got I can't remember which contract went first.
BNB, I think it was, right? Or was it Matic? I want to say it was BNB first.
I don't think it was, because BNB was one of the bigger ones. I think it was AVAX that actually went first.
Oh, might have been, yeah.
But so I actually know the one that pulled most of it, and he did quite well with it, but he was the one that started the first bank run.
See, if we could figure out a way to get some sort of actual, income into something like that, I just feel like it'd be fun, because, I mean, who doesn't enjoy gamification?
Well, absolutely. Well, and like Scott said too, I mean, I think there's some value to it. It's just bringing enough ability to kind of make it make sense. So, sorry, just a couple of questions going on here. So, and yeah, thank you for pointing that out, someone. So, and this actually, I will mention, if anybody was in Stacks, which was previously known as Trade AI, which was trying to get people's money back, and then all of a sudden, the stack of cards just came tumbling down. So both QOP and Stack and Trade AI Intelligence on Chain is doing some stuff to try and go after them in a legal way, I guess, if you will. So if anybody has were invested or knows anything, definitely go and check them out. I did a AMA with Intelligence on Chain about the QOP one when he was trying to get the word out. So
they're another. Not to interrupt, but their Intelligence on Chain is another good community to get into. They're constantly sending out, security updates, different things to do. And they're actually what got me into downloading Wallet Guard.
Yes. Yeah.
which I 100% suggest everybody downloads, just because before you sign anything, it pops up saying you're signing. This is what you're signing, and this is what it's doing.
Yeah.
And if it looks suspicious, you can cancel it. It's definitely not a bad idea.
Yep.
Okay.
Abe, so I mean, obviously, my channel. If you wanted, if you go and look at the videos that I'm doing, a lot of the stuff I've been doing actually for the past, I'm gonna say, I knock on wood, I haven't talked about anything that's rugged in, I'm going to say, at least 6 to 8 months. So everything that I've talked about recently is still going or active and doing well. But a quick rundown would be Nugget number one, in my opinion, because I'm on the team. So I'm a little biased. Investium is doing a great job. They actually have a mining side of their portfolio that you're earning Bitcoin from day one that you invest, because the miners are already going. So the miners have been purchased with some of the income that Investium has made off of their arbitrage program, and then they use that money to buy the miners, set them up, and then sell the miners to you through their app, and you're earning right away from day one on them. So both Andy and I have KYC'd them, so there's some positivity there. Warfi is still doing great. I don't know. Anybody else want to? I mean, obviously, Flex you can't really get into right now.
No.
Anything else from Bernie or obviously Harb?
I'm also in Warfi. Warfi, I like it. And the other one that I'm in Momentum and Alpha, everything on Alpha shares, I'm invested there. The SAP, I just got in SAP, SAP Vaults, and I'm invested also in things but inside the Bitget exchange. So there's a lot of stuff going there. I got a founded account that they're trying and doing some gaming to earn your own gaming account.
Yeah. And Nathan's got a few, obviously some suggestions that I've said, so it's great that we're on the same page. And then Gray Fund, my only, and I'm waiting for the cards to fall on Gray Fund. I don't want to scare anybody. I'm not. What?
Me too. And I hate to say that because I see so many people still getting into it.
Yeah.
It's just what we know from, BGOG and what he was telling us, on the back end when he was around.
Yeah.
Knowing who Tink and Gray are, and knowing that they couldn't trade back then and they were using Zec for his TA and not paying him. It's just, that type of stuff doesn't sit well with me. And
well, especially after Trade AI, because they're a similar kind of thing. Like, I just expect sooner or later the bubble to burst. And I mean, maybe I'm just jaded from the other shit, but the big guys fall, I find. So because
they get too big and then they think their shit don't stink, so to speak, and they forget something. And it's always the little things that they forget, and it always seems to snowball into huge issues.
Yeah. Okay.
Like traders forgetting to set stop losses.
Yeah.
On a martingale bot or something.
Yep.
And the amazing one is Monstro. Yeah, I believe Monstro is doing amazing.
Yeah.
They said how they were working with the Royd app. They had the DJs play, and they were really transparent with that. And
absolutely,
people didn't understand.
Oxfarius, I've talked about him 100 times on here, and I think we've had him on here. I will totally back anything they do. I know that they're a solid group of people. So, sorry, just looking at the questions and stuff.
Scares me. Me too.
Got the. I was in Warfi, great solid project, but can make more. Yeah, well, and that's the thing, and that's even I'm seeing with, and that's where honestly Nugget kind of excites me what we're doing there, because we're getting better rewards than, and I'm not trying to put down Monstros. I hate it's hard when you're part of the team because you're biased a little bit, so it's kind of a funny situation to be in. But we're getting better rewards for our liquidity pools because I guess I don't know, because we're managing them a little differently, or because of the fact that they've probably had some impermanent loss that they couldn't manage themselves out of, right? So their rewards are lower than doing it yourself. And our fees a little smaller than Warfi, so we've got the trading. So we've kind of got the best of both worlds all built into one. But yeah, no, I hear you, Nathan. Sorry, I get you, and I'm not trying to say everybody needs to run from Gray Fund. It's just the same thing
prepared.
happened with Trade AI, and they then missed a payment, and then the snowball fell, right? Like it's great. Saying they've never missed a payment is the same thing as a certain YouTuber saying QOP's never not paid them until they don't. So
Monzo is illiquid. That's my worry.
or if I nugget, I like get it much. Yeah, and that's and I think there's a lot of people that feel that way. Monstros, you can't sell. You can sell your NFTs, but it's very hard as a whole, and it gets harder to sell them in a sense because they devalue over time too, because they pay less over time. But like I said, I have no ill will towards Monstros and Various and Gabo, phenomenal people, and I will keep buying some of their stuff and supporting them because I have so much faith in them. But
And at the end, you have to diversify. You can't get all the money into Nugget Fund. Obviously, you have to get some there and some loops around.
Exactly. Always good to spread the risk.
Yeah.
And it looks like a lot of people agreeing, same kind of stuff. Yeah, guys, thanks so much. Then I appreciate all the comments, guys. And thanks for joining and hanging. So we got a few more minutes, guys, but then we'll probably wrap it up. And I guess Bernie, anything else you want to say? Anything else you want to tell people about?
I'm really happy to meet Hayden. I've seen you in the backstage, and I'm watching everything you say. It's great to see you. I've talked a lot with Justin, but it's amazing to meet you too and be here and have the opportunity to be in front of it. It's amazing to be here as an invite. I appreciate your invitation.
No problem. My pleasure. I'm happy to have you on. And I think I told you too. Anybody, this kind of goes out to all of you. I'm planning on kind of messing around with my Discord a little bit because Paul's not really around that much anymore because he's doing his own project. So I'm kind of thinking of inviting YouTubers in that maybe don't have a Discord, or maybe have a Discord that's not very well frequented, and maybe bring everybody all into one. So obviously, Bernie, I've invited you, and we'll get working on that. I keep saying that, and I'm not doing anything. So if anybody knows of any other YouTubers that they trust, have faith in, please let them know to reach out to me, because I'm very happy to kind of start opening up the Discord and kind of reworking it a little bit. There will be some things that I'll kind of control in a sense, like obviously I need to grow my income. I don't really do a lot of paid stuff anymore. So it'll probably be my affiliate links first. But I want to give a place for you guys and for other YouTubers to maybe have a place to hang and have some chats and do that kind of stuff. So Pocket Aces host.
Everyone is invited. House of Cards.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I never got their friggin' NFT, and I'm so mad. I meant to PvP money. So that's Paul Dutton's protocol. I might actually invite him on to one of our blockchain after hours because there is some possible partnerships between he and Nugget Fund. So and what he's doing with PvP money. So so we're working on some things right now for that. So we'll hopefully get him on. So
two other quick, that.
Yeah, really liking the automation of vaults that Dex Finance have. The ecosystem and Cedo Swap on Manta has started well. Did you want to say something to that, Hidden?
Yeah, we had over at Flex had gotten into Dex Finance months ago, last year actually.
Oh, we lost you.
You moved in. No, it's no.
I hit the top of the mic that apparently mutes it. What I was saying is we had gotten into Dex Finance over at Flex like last year. Good idea. I like the volts and auto compound, and you can choose different percentages. I just found the cost, like they took way too much. I think I put like 3,000 or 4,000 in, and they were taking something like 4% off of it at that time. It might have dropped, but it was high for what it was.
Gotcha. Yeah, so good to know anyways, but
where is the best place to be in farming? Obviously
there's lots
right now. I'd say probably either Astroport or Extrafy. Those are the two highest returns that I've found right now.
And as you said, that Extrafy is better than Dex Finance, so there's an option for some people. More options. Competition is good.
They might, but I haven't seen it. they don't have an auto compound feature, which I wish they did. Well, actually, no, that's not true. They automatically compound.
Yeah, and base chain
And the
seems to be
slope.
the one right now when it comes to memes and for farming.
Yeah.
No, okay.
So
Velodrome.
and Toby, I'm assuming Toby, sorry, that must be another YouTuber. Sorry, someone.
No, that's our meme coin that flexes.
Oh, that's
at
right.
the end too.
Yeah, that's right.
Toby.
What about Velodrome?
On Linea, because that's the only chain I've seen that on, and Linea as a L2 sucks. I hate it every minute of doing anything on that chain.
But
That's not
Velodrome
good.
also has Aerodrome. In Aerodrome is in base. So
Okay.
probably they have something good in base.
Arrow, yeah.
Oh, Optimism.
Velodrome is an Optimism.
Gotcha. I think they're also over on Linea, like I said, but I would stay far, far away from Linea.
Yeah. And I wasn't shaming you, Scott. You said the main reason why I put a tiny bit in baked beans is to force me to follow it and see the current appetite for ROI DApps as a way to measure the market. Yeah, that's a good idea, actually. That's not a bad thought process. I don't know if they're ready for them yet. It's kind of like we need to see the mass entrance of new people, which I don't think we're going to see until we have a decent pump on Bitcoin, because then people will take profits and bring them into DeFi potentially, right, and try and make more with it. Is my guess, but yeah, I know you've said lyrics on Linnea before. I think Black, but
I'm talking about Velacore is what I'm talking about.
Oh, mixing up names. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
But if you see Tether has grown from 96 billion to almost 110 billion, that shows that there's a lot of people getting into crypto. That shows a lot of people getting in.
Yeah, but it's definitely happening. I just think the masses is going to take a little bit of time, and that's when you're going to see the ROI DApps really go. Because right now, I think everything's being eaten up by meme coins, really, and even they're getting spread thin within reason. So
every time I get to a meme coin, I lose money. So I don't know.
I know. I don't have the time to watch it, and then I forget about it, and then it's like, okay, now it's gone.
Yeah.
I'm getting a return on USDT Linux, LP on Linnea, got airdropped a chunk of links. Yeah, tokens that I stake. Yeah, nice. There's lots of options.
Broodfi.
Oh, the FUD token is from Brood? I didn't realize that was from Mike. Interesting. Mike is connected to Various.
Oh, okay.
I think I could be wrong, but I thought that was the same guy from Brood. But
is that
interesting?
Broodfi, is that having something to do with beer, like legitimate beer, or what?
I think coffee brew.
Oh, that'd be cool too. I love coffee. Probably too much.
Yeah.
You have to have a Colombian coffee. It's amazing.
Yeah, somebody has to send me some, I think. Wink, wink.
We have to get in your address, and I will send you one.
I'll dox for coffee. Set Telegram alerts for your memes. Interesting. I never thought of that. I guess you could, do some different things like that. Yeah, I don't know. I just lose track. I get jumped from too many things, so it's like to sit there and pay attention to one token is not that it should be, but when will Vaultec be having funny? Don't ask questions like so. We've been moving our funds, which I think I've announced in the Discord. We've been moving our funds from Flex earnings into the DEX. We do have some adding up right now, which I'd like to prefer to compound into something else to start increasing our revenue sources. But if not, then we'll do some rewards from that. I do want to start an epoch soon. It's been too long. It's not for anything on purpose. It's just we're really just dealing with Flex right now, which leaves us limited diversification. It's a great place to be, but until the IRL stuff starts in April or end of this month, beginning of next month, I guess end of next month, really. It's just not producing a ton right now, which I don't blame them, but it's just makes it hard for us. Link for Telegram alerts on the DEX screener page. Interesting. Okay. Oh, I see. You link it to that Interesting. That's an interesting point. So I guess you can probably go to Deck Screener, create alerts on there, and it'll send you Telegram messages.
Let's
Wow.
find out.
Yeah. You want to share it while you're doing it? And that way
Yeah.
people can
I
see.
look like an idiot while everybody's watching.
Yeah, well, exactly. Well, nobody judges here much.
I was going to do the same.
Okay. So
Find a good
let's
one, maybe.
works.
Oh, there's a nice chart. Wish I caught that dip.
Mm.
Oh, so there's a whole thing you got to go through.
Oh, you got to set it up and stuff. But interesting idea. Thank you for bringing that, someone. What is that?
BC coin. I never even heard of it.
Yeah.
But it's number one on Pancake Swap at the moment.
There you go.
Let's see what Toby's doing, huh?
That's not a bad looking chart sort of either, up and down. But mostly up.
Yeah. Sideways, really.
Yeah. Cool.
I mean, they have 900,000 plus holders at the moment.
Cray.
So, and apparently the Coinbase wallet is going to be integrated with Toby.
Interesting.
So it's going to be real fun.
Interesting. Well, we made it through the big 5-0, as I called it. There you go, Bernie. You were part of our 50th stream.
Wow. I didn't knew that.
You're making history, Bernie.
Wow. Yes.
Hidden, he was just asking what Toby's market cap is.
16.7 million at the moment.
Nice.
So it's still a good entry point right now. It's been hovering right around between, I'd say, 11 and 30 million the past couple of weeks.
Nice.
So
cool.
Good spot to get
and this
in.
guy, I need to. We're gonna have to hook up a date, Mr. AC Trades. This is Austin Clark. So I did talk about him earlier, but he always misses his call outs. Maybe that's why he's here. So this is where I'm doing most of my trade learning on futures mostly, but having a lot of fun there with the Wolf Pack. I do have a link in my thing. If anybody wants to check it out, you can kind of do some parts of it for free. What's that?
I need it. I need that link.
Yeah,
I want to learn.
It's $60 a month. I feel it's 110 million% worth it. But you have to have the time and you have to be willing to put in the effort and all that kind of stuff. But if anybody wants to check it out, we might talk about, not that I want to postpone people from doing it. He and I might talk about a little bit of a deal to get started for your first month or something. So we're just talking about that. So Nathan, we actually changed. I say we. I do help. I'm a mod. I do add value where I can. But basically, there's a select group of 100 people. Whoa, it froze there. Of 100 people that get in in the Wolf Pack, I guess, if you will. And then we've now opened it up to kind of offer it to anybody to get most of the benefits. But it's it's a $60 a month. And you can come around to most of the live things. Even Austin did a little back testing session that he usually does with the 100 people group, and invited everybody over to it. So yeah. Cool. Where do you buy, Toby?
You can buy Uniswap, Sushi Swap, or Arrow.
There we go. So it includes that one, Scott. You're good. And so, yes, what I was trying to say is I will have to get Austin, I think, on here one night with us. I'll have to talk with him what Tuesday would work for him and get him on here as well. And then hopefully we'll have some guests coming on soon. We got him and maybe possibly Paul from PvP Money, and make for some interesting blockchain after hours. So
that would be amazing.
Yeah. Well, thank you for joining us, Bernie, and for hanging with us. I think we'll kind of finish off there. As you guys all know, come on by the Discord. Like I said, I might open that up, so Bernie might become kind of a frequent guy. Yeah, we'll definitely do that, Austin. Get him in the Discord. Like I said, I might open that up and kind of give it an offering to people to kind of come by to group some YouTubers together, because I think having every YouTuber having a friggin' Discord gets painful too, I think, in a sense. So because you'd have to have almost as many Discords as you do projects as you do for YouTubers. So we'll talk about that. Don't hesitate to poke me for that, Bernie.
I'm gonna bug you.
Yeah, no worries. So thanks so much, guys, for joining us. Thanks for hanging out with us. Thanks for all the questions and the involvement. Sorry, that was an accident. I hit the space bar. Any final words there, Hidden?
Just be careful with everything coming up.
Yep.
I say it every time, but I've
I
seen
knew
way
it.
too many people get rugged still. Be
Yep.
careful what you're signing.
Exactly.
One thing you could always do is make a burner wallet that you connect to first. That's always a good idea.
Sure.
You don't know what just happened to me. I was opening the desk screener, looking for the desk screener in Google, and it appeared a malicious link there. So I was clicking, and it was asking me for my
Never live
seed
stream
phrase.
and Google search for any links.
Why the
We
hell
learned
are
that a
you
long
looking for
time
my
ago.
seed phrase? No, it was like
Yeah.
Awesome. All right. Thanks, guys. Hang on. Sorry. Scott threw in one last little thing. We'll be back to peak when stable fund yield let's make comebacks.
Oh my god.
money's coming back.
For a good
Money's coming
one-liner.
back. And PGB also.
Yeah. Well, that I don't think we'll ever see. Well, I don't know. You know what? You know how often I get asked? Like, it's kind of ridiculous how many times I get asked, "Hey, do you know what Manny's up to now?" Like, nope.
Hey,
And
he's going to come back as Yanni.
And
Yeah.
the other one is Crypto Program. I don't know if you heard about
That one was almost back, wasn't it, as a new name?
Yeah,
I haven't seen
AMSIS
it.
or something like that.
Yeah.
But the guy was in Holland or near the Netherlands. I don't know where he was. He was in
got
Austin.
picked up there, but he got released right away. It was not anything to do with that. It was just, So, yeah, you laugh. Yeah, exactly. It'll happen. Yeah. All of a sudden, Mike's back from Stable Fund. Wow, crazy. The memories. All right, guys, we can drag this on, but I'm going to let you guys go. Thanks so much for joining us, guys. Have yourselves a wonderful rest of your evening.